Okay, so I was not planning on filming anything right now, but I felt really quite dysregulated the last few days. I've been in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is amazing, and I've got lots of content coming from that, so I need to edit that, so bear with me. Yeah, there's been a lot going on. There's been an eclipse as well, which I don't know too much about what energy that brings in. I know that there's people around me that have felt really strongly affected by the eclipse. It kind of probably makes sense for why I felt how I felt the last few days. It feels as though I can't even string sentences together, and like my mind is just so active. It thinks so many things at once to the point where I just feel stuck and I feel overwhelmed and I feel sensitive to everything around me. It's really hard to express how I feel to others because I don't even understand. There's such a language barrier sometimes trying to get your loved ones to understand you or to feel seen. So if you have anyone in your life that meets you where you're at and really guides you out of a hole, you are genuinely so blessed, because not everyone can understand you, and that's why I have to not waste my energy on trying to do that. And it's nothing against them, it's just that we all input and output life differently. Sometimes we're wasting our energy on trying to get people to understand where we're at, and we're just not meant to, because we just see things differently. It's draining doing that. This could be your parents, this could be your family, these could be your colleagues. I mean, it can be your friends and your partner too, but if it's happening quite a lot where you don't feel very seen, then maybe they're not right and they're not resonating, and this isn't in alignment for you to keep these people in your life. Maybe it's a matter of realizing that the more safe you feel within yourself, the safer you'll feel within those relationships. So the more you allow yourself to be seen by yourself, you'll allow yourself to feel more seen by those in relationships. Sometimes, well, no, every time, it's truly a matter of you have to feel it for yourself, and then you will see it as a reflection on the outside. And that is what I am truly learning. I'm reading Nero Knowledge's book, Outsmarting Reality. I just love the way he puts things, and I feel like he is the only one that I've come across. It just really doesn't cheat you of the true sacred wisdom and knowledge that it takes just to completely change reality. There are so many different modalities and writings and guidelines and things that you can follow in order to try and manifest or find your peace or whatever it is. There's so much out there that people push for you to follow, but there's always an element of something that just doesn't quite make sense, and this makes all the sense to me. It's just in alignment with everything that I know that I've been asking, and so therefore I'm attracting it. And I know that the only things that ever get in the way are my own thoughts and beliefs that are just entities, energies, frequencies that all have a polar opposite. Every frequency has an energetic opposite, and it's the same energy, but it's just vibrating at a different rate. So when you alter your rate of vibration, you alter your frequency, you can alter your reality. And when you realize this, you realize that it's only your frequency. You have to really focus on getting good at mastering, regulating. Once you do that, then everything is within your power, and you realize that. So what I'm doing is I'm writing all the things that I kind of feel vibrationally, like on a day-to-day basis. So I wrote out a lot of things: irritated, defeated, unseen, stressed, tense, fear, contracted, disconnected, misunderstood, unqualified, incapable, undeserving, scarcity, and lack. And a lot of them I had to really get honest to myself and be like, yeah, no, I do feel like that. You have to really get real with yourself about it. But then all of these things have an opposite, right? The opposites would be patient, victorious, seen, relieved, ease, love, safety, trust, connected, understood, qualified, capable, deserving, abundant. And so now I'm writing down big or small experiences and aspects of my life where I've felt the positive polar opposite. Sometimes I just forget the positive. And this is something I've learned about in Buddhism as well. We have like a negative, what's the word for it? As humans, we kind of are trained and conditioned to focus more on the negative. Like, we remember the negative more. As we're going through our daily life, we hold on to and remember the negative things that are happening rather than the positive. It made me have this realization as I've been doing this. I'm focusing on all these positive things right now, and I'm like, wow, like, all of these things exist. They are just as much found and present in my life as are the things that I feel like I lack. I felt like drawing it, right? Because I could see it in my head. And then I realized as I was drawing this thing that actually the best representation of this is the yin and yang symbol, which I through here. Because it's like both exist, always going to be both. But it's like, which one do you focus on? And whatever one you focus on will be reflected within your life. It's so cool. It's like all of these things have an exact polar opposite. I can feel tense or I can feel ease. I choose to give myself that. Anyone that feels like they can't control whether or not they feel tense and they feel like the world is what's making them feel tense, has just not learned how to master their own power, because you make the choice to feel those things. But of course, subconsciously, this happens just by default. Only through awareness we can consciously choose something different. It doesn't happen overnight. Living in this world that draws you out of the present by so much overstimuli, we get pulled out of consciousness all the time. And then when we're not conscious and we're not aware, we act subconsciously. Our subconscious chooses for us, and our subconscious chooses based on what it's always done, familiarity. And that familiarity doesn't necessarily have to be something positive. That familiarity could be tense, feeling stressed, is feeling fear, is feeling contracted, because that's what it's used to. And the subconscious doesn't just give you what you really want and what you wrote down in your manifestation book. Your subconscious gives you what's familiar, and that can be really traumatic coping mechanisms and feelings in the body that you felt ever since you were young, that you don't even remember the first time you felt them. These feelings within the body of disease, thoughts and beliefs, just dysregulation. And so it takes time, and it just takes practice of awareness. And this is what I'm realizing, because I felt shit last couple days, but I know that that's okay. It's okay that I didn't feel my best, because I remember again, and this is reminding me of the polarity, the duality that exists within everything in the universe, in reality, in existence. Everything has a polar opposite. There's dark, there's light. Everything is just an expression of the same thing. The only way that you can enjoy all of this is when you realize you have that power. But yeah, it takes practice, because we've been heavily conditioned. We're living in a time, in an age that is dense. Everything is very much drawing us out of the present, and it's only in moments where I feel dysregulated. Those moments are when I've been drawn out of the present. Like, I don't get dysregulated when I feel present. When I'm present, there's just this natural sense of ease. When you're fully present, you will be calm. That's the beautiful thing. It's only ever when you get caught in the thoughts and the beliefs and the stories that aren't even happening, preconceiving what hasn't even happened yet. And so it's fear, also dwelling on the past, like you're just replaying things in the past. But if you were just fully here just now, I mean really fully just here and just now, it would just be ease. But we are so conditioned to get caught in all those webs within our mind. Some get caught more easily. I definitely find myself caught. And the crazy thing is, you can't find yourself caught until you're out of it. Because when you're caught in it, you're in the web. It's not until you're drawn out of it that you can see. Because when we're zoomed in, we are caught up in all the details. We're looking at the micro, we're fixating on things. We're identifying with things that aren't even us. So it takes zooming out. But I felt like this has really helped to just write down, like I've been writing down moments in my life, like experiences and aspects, big or small, where I felt patience, where I felt victorious, where I felt seen, where I felt relieved, where I felt ease and love and safety and etc. And knowing that they exist. It's crazy, because when you take a moment to actually write these things down, you realize that all of these positive things have existed too. It was never going to be enough, was it? If I just let that part of my mind always run the show, I don't think it would matter how many positive experiences and circumstances and aspects of my life that I have, because I'd always focus on the negative. And so it's just this never-ending, perpetuating cycle of chasing something in order to try and give me that. But actually, in being in that cycle and chasing that, I'm just creating more of that frequency. It's then keeping me in it, because that frequency, as long as I'm in it, my external is going to reflect it. I'm going to create more of it. It's really cool how I literally went to like draw it, because I could visualize it. And then I just realized, like, yeah, the yin and yang. You can see it as like the emptiness or the light. I don't know. The darkness, the negative, isn't bad. It's just lower vibrational, and both have to exist. And we only see it as bad because as humans, we label things and categorize things. But both are reality. It's the way that you want to receive the things that happen as bad. And really, it's all just frequency happening all at once. Do you like my pen? How cute is this pen? And I've got one in pink. And I'm sure I had one like this when I was little. How cute. They're beautiful. I just got them today. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, come back to that remembrance. Anyone that's experiencing that dysregulation, that feeling of feeling like you're not where you want to be or whatever it is, get really, really clear on what it is that you're feeling within your day-to-day life, and know it's so simple to feel the opposite, but we just have to remember what that opposite feels like and then choose to immerse ourselves within that energy more than we do the negative or the polar opposite. And have patience. I have to tell myself this the most because patience is my my biggest thing. Just an aspect of me that's just like, come on. Like, girl, go, stop. Let's slow the fuck down. Because whenever I've actually slowed the fuck down, life has been beautiful. It's been calm, easy, flowy, connected, grounded. I've had profound realizations, but understand that we all have different things that we're working through. You're not meant to do it in a day. Just embrace however long this takes. Love yourself through it. And love is the only way. That might sound cringe. It's the only way though, so